Alright everyone, what's going on? So welcome to another day of investing analysis. Sorry I haven't uploaded in the past two days. I am going to try and do these as often as I can, but I can't promise much. But yeah, anyway, let's get into it. So starting off this one, a tiny bit different, but we'll still go over the main structure as my last one did. So starting off with the portfolio, I did actually add a bit to Ray, which I forgot to get up the fucking chart for. Here, I'll go and add deck screener. Now, Ray, I did actually add a bit to the position, not by much, but I did buy basically here and a bit over here. We're currently dumping a bit, which I would probably buy a bit more. As long as we keep this uptrend within it. So as you can see, like it's nothing special, but as you can see, we've made a low, made a low, made a low. As long as we don't break below here, I think we're fine. So yeah, as long as that happens. So yeah, and anyway, I would definitely be adding to the position, probably around here, to be honest. But my invalidation would be if we are going to start breaking down lower like this. So yeah, nothing else really changed with the portfolio. Now, let's go over the fundamental analysis. This is something I'm going to add in, which is a bit different, talking about the fundamentals. So with Bitcoin, we obviously had our last FOMC meeting yesterday. Price actually acted pretty well off it. So this was on the FOMC candle when FOMC happened. So price shot down by, how much was this? By literally 2%. But we rejected straight back off it around about 75k. We actually did have a bunch of liquidations around this zone. I'm actually in a leveraged long just because of just all the data I saw. I was like, you know what, fuck it. This red line is actually where I'm entered. So yeah, that trade's going pretty well. But that's really it for Bitcoin when it comes to the fundamentals. Not really much more to say. And we've obviously got this like sell the news event when it comes to the new Fed chair. Now, in terms of the other coins I want to talk about, which is Hyperliquid. Now, obviously, you should all know that Hyperliquid is part of my portfolio that I have currently in now. And the more I research this coin, the more I kind of just get giga bullish on it. So if we actually click onto the news article over here, you can actually see that Hyperliquid is wanting to basically build upon it a new betting market, which is prediction market. So like how Polymarket exists, Hyperliquid basically want to do this, but it's within the crypto world. Now, I believe this is actually very beneficial because it would destroy a bunch of restrictions that a bunch of these other betting markets just cannot get around. You know, like Polymarket is very established, right? Like everyone knows about it. It's very heavy on the legal side, whilst within the crypto world, because it's very decentralized, it could actually get around a bunch of these issues. So take for example me. I live in the UK, right? Matter of fact, let me just turn on this light. There we are. That's better. So yeah, within the UK, you can't use Polymarket, right? It just won't allow you to use it because of the laws and restrictions. If this was the case with Hyperliquid, it would resolve all the issues, right? So I do believe that'll be very beneficial, and I would say the main coin they would use to onboard a bunch of people would probably be the Hype coin. Now, it's a good idea. I like it, but the problem with it is the onboarding needs to be perfect, right? It needs to be spot on, right? We need a bunch of KOLs, we need a bunch of influencers to be saying, look, use Hyperliquid's betting market, don't use Polymarket, right? So yeah, I think it is a net benefit for it. But yeah, that's currently what we're seeing now. Of course, Hyperliquid is currently down today. It's down 3%. It's not too bad. Don't get me wrong. Yeah, we broke this low, but again, it's the main one you really want to be looking out for, to be honest with you, is this one over here. I would say if we come down, break this. If we're able to hold within this little box and then go back up, I don't really see that as a big issue. But we don't want to see like strong candles like this, because that would be very, very bad. But as you can see, I did buy at the $30 range. So I'm still up on this investment. And to be honest, we are looking at the liquidation maps. It does actually seem we have just taken out a bunch of liquidations across here. So if anything, I would be adding to this position, but to be honest with you, I don't really want to, as I just don't see the risk to reward that good. I would probably buy if we went down probably a lot lower, like, I don't know, it's like 25%. I would say if we went down within this range box down here, then I probably would buy it. But for now, I just don't really see the point. So yeah, anyway, that was Hyperliquid. And finally, one last one is XMR. So let's talk about XMR. So for everyone who doesn't know what XMR is, it's basically a privacy coin, right? Which is XMR is the #1 most private coin within the entire crypto market as a whole, right? It is 100% not anonymous, unlike Bitcoin and Ethereum. Now, it was something that my mentor brought up of saying like how kind of pointless it is, because you've got to view it from this point of view, right? If we are using a privacy coin and if we are staying 100% anonymous, the moment this thing gets to an insane evaluation, the government are going to be on it to shut it down. Like, it doesn't really make sense. Now, obviously, from a trade perspective, yeah, investing into the coin is fine. I don't really see a problem with it, just as long as you sell once they try to take it down. But I would say investing into it for the purpose of its uses. I just don't really see the point in it, unless the tech is fucking unreal. But yeah, anyway, that was XMR. So that is all the fundamental analysis that I have. Now let's move into the data. So starting off with my algorithm, still no new signals at all. Taking a look at the table for the take profit. We literally have no things going off. We have one, which is price gate, but that's basically it. So yeah, that's that. Now taking a look at the liquidations, we are actually building a lot of the heated liquidations to the upside, not downside. As you can see over here, that we are having a bit build up over here, but if you really zoom in, the amount of density and the amount of liquidations we have here, so that's $400 million worth of liquidations. Whilst if we zoom down here, sorry, hang on, I read that wrong. Yeah, that's over nearly 500 million in liquidations. This is only 400 mil. So whichever number has the strongest is usually where we're probably going to go. So in my opinion, I think the probabilities are more stacked to the upside than downside. So I'm pretty bullish on Bitcoin. Taking a look at the funding rates, we are actually in the red again, which is lovely to see. Love seeing this having negative funding. Same thing with Velo. We are carrying on this red funding rate as we are. So that is another amazing thing to see. So I'm still fucking gigabutt bullish at the moment, and it's just something you just really always want to see. Taking a look at losing traders versus winning traders. As we can see, the winning traders are accumulating again, which is lovely to see, and it's what we want to see. Whilst the losing traders are distributing and selling the bottom like the losers they are. Taking a look at net realized profit and loss. Obviously, yesterday, it seems that a lot of people were in loss again, which again, lovely to see, as they are all probably shitting themselves. And then finally, let's get into the last bit of on-chain data. So taking a look at this, which is basically, it basically tells you how much we probably have to go to the upside when it comes to liquidations, right? And how much that will be used as a driving force to for price to fly up, right? And as we can see over here, if I zoom in, we are currently having this data set showing extreme lows at the moment, which is lovely to see. And this would tell me that most likely, because of this and because of the liquidations, we would probably see price doing something like this very, very soon, where it's just one big green fuck you candle up, right? So that's great to see. I want to bring this to everyone's attention. So I've been seeing a lot on Twitter of everyone saying how this is a leverage-driven rally. But if you actually look, that's not really the case. Here, my laptop's kind of in the way. But if you see over here, we have actually been going up on spot volume. Like, okay, yeah, fine, don't get me wrong, the overall trend of this is down, but you have to realize, yeah, it's down because we've been in a downtrending environment, but from a more zoomed in perspective, we have actually been going up on volume throughout this little move over here. So I just find that funny. Taking a look at choppiness index, which basically identifies a trend to either the upside or downside. It's telling us that we are probably primed to have a very sustained rally to the upside. Capital rotation is currently at the moment more going into stables, but it's still very, very small. And if you actually look close enough, it does actually look like Bitcoin is actually slowly getting there. So I would want to see like this Bitcoin starting to like fly up like this within the data. So yeah, once this comes above this line, going something like that, then I would say we could see a very sustained rally. But at the moment, we are seeing a lot of people rotating into stable coins, which is kind of a bearish thing. But again, it's still very early to say anything. Taking a look at this, which is basically telling us if people are being liquidated, or if we are in a rally of some sort. It does tell us that this is one where people will be leveraged on, which is fine. And I would say we have reached a kind of, if you kind of view it from a very zoomed in perspective, I do think we have probably reached a very temporal bottom. And what I mean by this is you zoom on the 1 hour, right? You kind of want to view it like this is a bottom, and then we see price do something like this, right? Now, is this like the ultimate bottom? Fuck no, that's absolutely not. Like you then zoom out and you're like, and then, okay, yeah, fine, price does this, but then it does something like this, right? Was this the bottom? No, but from a very zoomed in perspective, at this current point, yes, it was. So, yeah. Taking a look at funding rates, again, they are going negative, 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 what you love to fucking see. Taking a look at net realized profit and loss, still telling us that people are still in a loss, which is great to see. Same thing over here. People have currently been in a decent amount of loss, but now we're coming into hopium, which people are getting kind of hopeful for the future and what it will tend to bring. And then finally, my last piece of data is bringing up this trend indicator, which again, well, we're waiting for price to come above this line to where we would probably enter into a long-term trend to the upside. So yeah, guys, anyway, that was basically all the data I wanted to go over. I'll try and record another one tomorrow. But yeah, guys, that's basically everything. I will see you all very, very soon. See you later.